Well, it's July, which means it's Dingo month. So what have I been blessed to review today? The hell? There's no way that can even be remotely original. What on God's green earth could they possibly be ripping off here? Why? That movie tanked. It didn't even make back half of its budget. And Dingo's sitting over here like, it'd be a really good idea if we made a mockbuster of this. Like, how could they even do that? It's not like they could trace over the bears or anything like they did with Anastasia. Plus, the Countryside Bears came out before that movie. So, were they trying to beat the hype? I don't know. God, let's just get this over with before I decide to take a permanent hibernation. Damn, I can't read Korean. Here comes everybody's favorite sociopath, Waboo.
Hello, Wiener. Hello, Yodel. Hello, Pat.
Hello, patting. What? Someone's named Wiener? Oh, that's a real dick move.
I wonder what Teddy, Wiener, Yodel, and Pat are up to.
Yodel is practicing yodeling, and he's quite good at it.
Yodel.
I hear him, but I can't see him.
And Pat climbs up and down the trees.
Without wrapping arms around the tree. Impressive.
Teddy's visiting Grumpy.
We think that Grumpy's only grumpy because he lives all alone.
Speaking as a practical hermit, I can assure you it's not solitude that makes us grumpy.
Does that mean that Grumpy wants to be alone with Teddy, and I would disturb them if I were to visit him as well?
Why does that sound oddly gross?
Grumpy will be insulted and have another reason to be grumpy.
Good. Then I'll go and visit Grumpy, and when I see Teddy, I'll say, "Nice to see you too, Teddy."
This dialogue is beyond riveting.
Shoop-de-dap-de-doo, I am the Waboo, hopping here and there in woods that ever are so dear. Dum-de-dum-be-doo, I don't wear any shoes. Dum-be-doo-be-da-ya-dum-be-shooby-dooby-doo. Hello, Grumpy.
I'm 2 minutes in and all they've done is said hello. This is tiring out my introverted ass.
I didn't think that anyone apart from myself was out visiting in this stormy weather.
Yes, this looks like a major weather event to me.
Whenever anyone talks about honey, I get hungry.
I'm sorry that I can't give you any, Teddy, but I really don't think that my supply will last long. For you.
Cripes, what a selfish prick. How much honey do you snort up your ass on a daily basis? For you. Drugs just don't hurt you.
Hello.
You don't look very happy today, Me. Are we disturbing you?
Me is bored, and whenever she's bored, she sulks.
Is a hot dog a sandwich or a taco?
Be bored or sulky if I was allowed to go out and walking in the wind, but Mama won't let me.
It's too dangerous. A branch could break off in this wind and fall on me and injure her.
The thought of her death excites me. Not me, my child. I mean me. Oh, fuck, grammar jokes are stupid.
Please, Mama, we'll be very careful.
Well, okay, if Teddy and Waboo look after you.
Yep, Mother of the Year.
Come back, Me, and take your umbrella with you. With this wind, you never know whether or not it'll rain.
It figures me would work for umbrella.
Maybe the umbrella won't disturb you so much if you open it. That's true. I also think it'll be better open.
Brilliant! Brilliant!
I can fly! Look, I'm really flying!
Well, this will end in a broken ass.
Ooh, dinner is waiting for them.
Now that you mention it, I'm getting hungry too, but I don't know how to land.
This is why it's important to play Pilot Wings.
I'm just thinking that if I were to open my umbrella, I could fly to Me and then bring her back down.
You know, the level of brilliance here is so bright, I need night vision goggles to see it. It's not very nice when you tease people like that. At least break an arm.
It's working, Me. It's working, Me. Oh boy, this doesn't look good at all.
I wonder how many times that was uttered in the Dingo Pictures production studio.
Hello, Waboo. Where's me? I just heard her calling me.
I'm up here.
Did you hear that? She must be here somewhere.
I know it's obviously just an animation limitation, but honestly, why did they write the mother here to be dumber than a brick? Was it that damn hard just to make a frame where she looks up?
Bye-bye, Mama. We have to go now. This is so much fun.
My child could die and I'm smiling. This is a natural response. There's the Dingo money shot. They used 5 whole frames of animation on that.
I see you.
Huh?
Otherwise your honey stock really won't last.
Ghosts. I'm hearing ghosts. How's that? How's that? That's my umbrella that Teddy's hanging from. It wasn't made for that.
Sorry, Grumpy.
Sorry, not sorry, asshat.
By the way, it's just an umbrella, and it won't matter to anyone if I get wet in the future without it.
You make Eeyore look like a bundle of joy.
I go and get Weena. She can read already. She's bound to know what to do.
As much as I'd like to think that reading about something helps you solve shit, actually doing the thing is way harder than reading about it.
Oh, now it's gonna happen. It's happened.
Well, your whole world went to shit. Sorry your prized possession is in tatters, jerkface.
What can Teddy and Mo tell us?
The wind has caught them.
How can the wind catch anybody?
Me opened her umbrella and got swept up by the wind.
We are recounting things at the 8.5-minute mark. I still have a half hour to go, and I want to smash my foot with a hammer so that I could feel something. This music makes me nostalgic for playing on a busy highway.
They're hanging pretty high. I bet they don't trust themselves to jump. And they shouldn't. If they jump, they're bound to injure themselves.
Dingo Pictures is proof that AI will never completely take over entertainment because no computer could be this brain dead.
From up there, I don't have any umbrella anymore. The one that Teddy's hanging from was my only one.
I will never know joy again because my prize umbrella is destroyed. You are all the bane of my existence.
I can climb too. If you'd asked me, I would not have said no. But then, nobody asked me, did they?
It's a miracle you stand up or wipe your ass. Nobody wants to visit you because you make root canals look like a fun alternative.
The branch is too thin. If I crawl out along it, it will break and we'll all fall down.
The flying spaghetti monster wouldn't do me that favor.
I don't want to sound impatient, but my arms are quite stiff already. I'm sure I won't be able to lower them for a few days now.
That's not how muscles work, dingus.
Blanket and stretch it out. Then Teddy and me only have to fall and we'll catch them.
That's a solution.
Lent Teddy my umbrella, which is probably going to get broken. I can go and fetch my blanket too and break that as well.
Passive-aggressive doesn't even begin to describe this bare asshole.
Actually, my blanket is much too good to get broken, but I don't want to hear about it later.
Stop it. Get some help.
Here is my only blanket. Nothing is going to happen to your blanket, Grumpy.
Maybe if you didn't have that honey heroin problem, you could afford another blanket, you matted hair sad sack.
Jump me!
That drama sting doesn't even make sense. TMZ is telling you to tone this shit down.
I never thought my blanket would hold out, but the day's not over yet, is it?
Where's Elmer Fudd when you need him? He's paralyzed! That's too damn funny.
I knew it wouldn't work. Are you hurt?
No, I didn't hurt myself. It was a good blanket.
Can't say the same about your shit attitude, you grumpy fuck.
But just as I thought my arms are stiff.
That doesn't matter. We'll just feed you until you're well again.
You can't drop your arms. Well, I don't know, try to make the most of it. Like, join the NBA. Pathetic doesn't describe this enough.
Get up, Peter, I am the Waboo, hopping here and there.
Aw, hell, we're in a time loop, aren't we?
Oh, Teddy, it's good to see that you can move your arms again.
Let me break them.
Winner and Yodel are visiting Grumpy, and Pat wanted to go for a walk. He said he had the feeling he was going to experience something special today.
I don't want to know anything more about bear puberty, thank you.
And then I thought that we could experience something special together.
This looks like a job for Chris Hansen.
Because I've discovered something.
Is it something special?
Yes, something very special. I've discovered a great hole in the ground.
Well, that tears it. Now we have a bear hole hunt. Just what I wanted to see today.
But there was no hole there yesterday.
Exactly, the hole must have been dug last night.
But which of us would dig a hole in the middle of the night?
I am so riveted. The suspense is boring me.
I can't imagine that it could be Grumpy, because Grumpy is a really lazy bear.
That's a nice way of saying that Grumpy is a fuckface. Don't look at the camera, you fool! Working with amateurs here.
But I can't look where I'm hopping when I'm looking at what's happening around me.
But there isn't anything happening.
I know. We could spice this movie up with some grass growing or paint drying.
I would love to dig a hole at night, but Mama won't let me out after dark.
Ew, a responsible parent? That sucks.
Wanted to see Grumpy anyway because I promised to repair his blanket.
The one I dive bombed into?
Yes, but there's not much damage.
Can't say the same about your head there, Mama. So they're simultaneously ignoring and torturing Grumpy. I approve.
Hello, Grumpy.
He can't hear anything.
Funny how Grumpy doesn't like it when Yodel yodels. I think it's funny.
You'll understand peace and quiet when you're older. Unless God smites you for your ignorance first.
Is it over?
I still have 25 minutes left? Damn it!
We'd like to know whether you dug a hole last night. Dug a hole? Me? I didn't dig any hole.
Can we dig your grave?
Yes, I think I know. That hole is probably a trap. It's a trap! Or a raccoon trap!
Or a kangaroo trap?
We don't have to go too near to it.
What's wrong with trap music?
I thought Mo was going to mend my damaged blanket.
That's what I want to do, Grumpy. Let the others go ahead and we'll come a little later.
Agreed.
Dude, you live in your own filth. Who gives a damn about your meth-encrusted blanket, and why aren't you a rug yet?
Mama, may I go?
Okay, if you stay together, nothing can happen.
Clearly, we've learned nothing from the windstorm.
It's up ahead.
Holy shit!
So what do we do now?
We could pretend that we don't see the trap and just walk by it.
Brilliant! Brilliant!
That's a good idea. Let's look up in the air and pretend there's nothing there.
Oh, great, because I'm not allowed to look up in the air when I hop.
Well, you're allowed to dig.
Did the writers take a bong rip per syllable? God, this movie's so bad it deserves 20 years to life.
Oh!
I've determined this child is too stupid to live.
She's not here.
Then it must have been me.
Maybe she fell in the trap.
Then that is why she's calling for help.
Infants would be offended by this dumbed-down dialogue.
Hello, you two. Back already? Good. It's occurred to me today is the day that me must bathe.
Too late for that. She's taking a dirt nap.
Must they always rush? Nobody ever is considering my feelings.
Wow! How many times can I say in this review that Grumpy's just an asshole? Let me just sum it up like this. You know what, mother another I'm tired of this on ass and all this dumb other God and I can't anymore of this God, this does not give a damn about anything and I think about sums it up.
Big enough for me.
That's true, but
Me, are you down there?
Hello, Mama.
I don't want to see the kangaroo birthing process. Gross.
Me, my little one, are you okay?
you're not even hurt. And you're not tied up and gagged either.
Well, glad to see this crisis is averted. Oh, Jesus Christ, I think I'm gonna go take a shower with a toaster now.
Who?
You know, the one who dug the trap.
That's me. My house.
Your house?
Your house?
Mina had to change homes.
It's a shithole.
So, you've already freed me without my help. Oh well, I should have known that you didn't need my help, and it's not worth much.
Go French a shotgun, Grumpy.
It's a really dangerous house. Like, I mean, for example, I could be out walking and, suddenly... Ow!
Thank Lucifer, that dumb bastard fell to hell. So what are we gonna do for the next 20 minutes?
Did you hurt yourself or badly?
Yeah, but I'll be alright. I hardly have any visitors, even though I have no sign saying no entry on my house.
He's already in the hole. Can we just bury him now instead of suffering his bullshit?
Then we're just right. This is my house. Mind the step.
You're clever, Teddy.
Brilliant! Brilliant!
I wish I could read that, but I can't remember my katakana.
But I was just at Grumpy's, and he wants you to come and visit him.
Screw him. He's your roommate now.
Why can't Grumpy visit us?
He can't. His leg, you know, the one, that he stuck in my house and is still hurting him, yes.
Brought to you by Google Translate.
I don't want to complain, but the fact is, it could be worse. Did you bring me any honey, by chance?
Honey jams, but my Glock don't.
So, it's not so bad, but it would have been nice to have friends in need. But, well, if that's just not the case, is it? With friends.
Cripes, Grumpy, you can't even bitch without murdering the English language.
It would be nice if someone could bring me honey. Now that, I can't go to the bees.
How about you swim with the fishes?
Yes, we'll all go away for a short time and then come back and surprise you.
Don't worry, we're bound to come back.
No, they won't.
But why should the bees come to Grumpy?
Simply because we'll pick as many flowers as we can carry and transplant them in front of Grumpy's house.
That doesn't mean the bee will build hives on Grumpy's house, numbnuts.
His leg still hurts badly.
If that's so, then I'll help as well.
I hope they plant poison ivy. Why do they call it rush hour when nothing moves?
I knew they wouldn't come back. After all, who's interested whether an old bear like me has honey or not? Who does?
Heaven forbid this bear ever discover cocaine. He might complain faster.
And you'll always have honey right outside your door. That's what Teddy and Meanie say.
Not a bad idea.
Can't believe you shitheads thought of it.
Grumpy, a bee has already landed on a flower.
There's one on my flower, too.
And on mine.
They're horrifying. That's not how bees make honey. Now I understand why my wife is repulsed when I go to kiss her.
Now that Grumpy has so much honey, I also have a wish.
What do you wish for me?
I wish that Waboo would tell us a story about the time before he came to live with us.
I wish he wouldn't.
Love to hear the Wushel story,
But that's such a sad story.
but only a little sad, and it has a happy ending.
Well, okay.
Oh, God. Okay, so what we get here is Waboo telling us an abridged version of his first movie. Thank you for blessing me with this little nugget after sitting through 30 minutes of the Countryside Bears in action. God, there are times when I'd rather wipe my ass with barbed wire than do these reviews.
One day, Waboo watched as Wushel, the squirrel, gathered nuts on the opposite bank of the stream.
You're heaven sent. You have to think of something.
Of course. What do you need? An airplane, a truck, a crane, a bottle train, a bulldozer.
It's been a while since I committed GTA.
House is on the other side of the stream. And if I have to walk all the way to the bridge every time, it'll be winter before I can get my nuts home.
Then get your food from your side of the stream, jackass. Think with your brain, not with your nuts.
Looked around carefully. No one was to be seen. Quickly, he hopped into the barn. That is where Farmer Alfred kept his tools.
Is this a prelude to a murder?
A whole box of sneezing powder was stolen from the general dealer's storeroom. Imagine that.
I'm sure that means something to somebody.
You just have to dig a trench behind the barn door, then fill it with water. Then when anyone breaks in, they fall in the water and you've got them.
Waboo really is a sadist.
Waboo hopped off, giggling with the axe.
No truer sign of a sociopath.
I was afraid you'd forgotten me.
Rubbish. When I make a promise, I keep it.
Now I'm going to bury this hatchet into your skull.
Stop that! Stop that at once!
Hey, this is fun.
Waboo! Our nest! Our nest!
Even Patrick Bateman is face palming over Waboo's bloodlust.
Our nest was in the tree, and now our egg was in the nest. Now our nest is gone, and our egg is surely broken.
Holy shit, is Waboo emoting?
Inconceivable.
Only a few days our chick would have hatched. Child murderer! Child murderer!
Well, this took an insanely dark turn. Dead babies in a movie for kids about bears that aren't even in this part of the film. Okay. Jiminy Christmas. Which reminds me, what do you call a dead baby pinned to a...
Waboo has killed our baby!
I knew it would come to this one day.
Time to carry out some backwoods justice.
Everyone began to sniff and to search.
It's paddingception with padding inside a recycled story. Great.
Here it is! We found the nest!
You see? All the excitement was for nothing.
But it's empty!
Well, I'm fucked.
Waboo took the cracked egg in his hand, and as he sadly looked at it,
Yes, he's straight up heartbroken over it.
Isn't it sweet? It's arrived a little early, but as far as I can see, it's fit and well.
That bird was born with CTE.
Rubbish, they don't belong to Wushel. They were laying around here.
But Whistle collected them.
Hey, where did Fucknut go anyway?
Oh, this calls for a special Waboo Whistle search action.
I didn't know Waboo spoke English. Oh, he's using his douchebag signal.
Wishel tried to move a branch, but the pain that shot through him was so bad that everything went black. Wishel passed out because of the pain.
Huh. Waboo might get lucky and land a manslaughter charge after all.
That's it. I've known all along Waboo is a danger to us all.
This bear is way cooler than Grumpy.
Ridiculous. Just listen to you.
And what do? Huh? You don't help Whistle either. You stand around here and pick on me. I'm going to look for Whistle.
I've heard bar arguments that sounded like this.
Where did I put my shovel? Must have left it in one of my passages.
Holding your nose is one of the best voice acting strats I've ever heard.
Whistle, Whistle. Oh dear, I think Whistle is dead.
I wanted Grumpy to die, but I guess an over-anxious squirrel death is cool.
The tree fell on the opening. I think he's dead.
For kids! Attaboy, Waboo. Finish the job.
He said, ow. He's only sleeping, look.
My parents tried the same thing with my dog when I was 4. You ain't fooling anybody.
Someone must bandage him up and nurse him.
I will.
No, you must be crazy!
You don't you dare touch him.
Why? It's not like he's gonna give him first aid with a Smith & Wesson.
The next morning, Waboo was the first there to visit Wooshel, who was sitting in the sun and looking much better.
That is a very subjective statement.
I can't crack nuts anymore. I have to come up with something for that.
That's right, Waboo. Laugh at his disfigurement.
What's in there? Let me see.
No way, paws off. This is a present for Wooshel.
It's a bomb!
Peanuts! Cracked and peeled and all of them for me!
Did you think to give him a can opener, asshole?
Another story, Waboo, please!
Fuck you, no! End this shit now! That's a way to end this shit show, I suppose. Well, that was the Countryside Bears. At least 75% of it was. Featuring pointless characters, having pointless events happening in their pointless lives. And then just to break up the monotony, we have a retelling of an axe-murdering raccoon, because filler. Now, I could sit here and rant about Dingo's piss-poor animation, or the fact that the voice acting is just as stunning and stellarly bad as it always has been. I ain't gonna do that, because I want to focus on Grumpy, who is by far the biggest fuck nugget I've ever encountered in any review in the history of this channel. And that is saying something. Good night, nurse. Fuck this bear. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go drop some fertilizer in Grumpy's honey jar collection. Grumpy bears bouncing here and there in every fuck. Yes, this looks like a major meteorologist. Me with this lovely 10 minutes of just